The oceans may be the only places on Earth that remain largely unexplored and full of mysteries. Oceans cover more than 70% of the Earth's surface. Most of them have an average depth of about 3.7 kilometers, but some go deeper than 11 kilometers, like the Mariana Trench, a place deep below, home to unknown creatures, despite freezing temperatures and unimaginable pressure. But do we really know what is hidden at such depths? How was this trench discovered? What does it have to do with the Soviet Union? And have the mysterious sound recordings coming from the Mariana Trench been explained? In this video, we will search for answers to all these questions and take a mysterious journey into the depths of the Mariana Trench. About 180 million years ago, during the Jurassic period, while dinosaurs ruled the land, a silent battle began deep in the oceans. Two massive tectonic plates collided slowly but inevitably. The Pacific Plate began to slide beneath the Philippine Plate. This immense force pulled the ocean floor downward, creating the deepest trench on Earth, the Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench stretches about 2,550 kilometers across the Pacific Ocean. Its deepest point lies around 10,984 meters below the surface. Recent measurements even suggest it exceeds 11,000 meters. It is wide like continents and deep enough to swallow Mount Everest. And in 1872, this place was about to be discovered. Part 1: Discovery. The HMS Challenger set out on one of the greatest ocean expeditions in history. Their goal was to map the ocean floor, and they traveled nearly 70,000 miles, about 1/3 the distance between the Earth and the Moon. During the journey, they took measurements at 350 different locations. They used a long rope with a metal weight attached. When the weight touched the seabed, they measured the depth. During one of these measurements near Guam, in the Western Pacific, they dropped the rope. It kept unwinding. Minutes passed and it was still going down. 3,000 meters, 5,000 meters, 7,000 meters. The crew looked at each other in shock. Finally, the rope stopped. The measured depth was 4,475 fathoms, about 8,185 meters. Silence filled the ship. They had never encountered such depth before. It felt like discovering a hidden crack in the earth itself. However, the initial measurement was inaccurate. Ocean currents and rope angle were not considered. Also, mapping the ocean floor was not purely scientific. It had military purposes, like laying underwater cables and optimizing naval routes. Years later, in 1951, the HMS Challenger 2 used sonar technology. Sonar sends sound waves underwater and measures how long they take to bounce back. With this method, they discovered a depth of about 10,900 meters, the deepest point in the ocean. This location was named Challenger Deep, Journey to the Depths. Scientists wanted to go there, but there was a huge problem. The pressure at that depth is about 1,000 times greater than at the surface. In 1953, Swiss scientist Auguste Piccard designed a special deep diving vessel called a bathyscaphe. Eventually, the submersible Trieste was developed and modified by the U.S. Navy to withstand depths of 11,000 meters. On January 23, 1960, Jacques Piccard, Auguste's son, and Don Walsh descended into the Mariana Trench. They traveled for about 9 hours in a tiny space. As they descended, everything became completely dark. Then they saw glowing creatures, bioluminescent life forms. After about 5 hours, they reached the bottom, around 36,000 feet deep. They saw soft sediment and a few strange creatures. One surprising observation was a flat, fish-like animal about 30 centimeters long. Scientists thought such life couldn't exist at that depth. Despite limited visibility, they had achieved something incredible. Humans had reached the deepest point on Earth. Part 3. Mysterious Sounds. In 1997, NOAA recorded a strange sound called the bloop. It was detected from 3,000 kilometers away and didn't match any known natural source. Some believed it came from a massive, unknown sea creature. Others thought it was a geological event. To this day, it hasn't been fully confirmed. Another mysterious sound was recorded in 2014 near the Mariana Trench. After analysis, it was identified as a unique call of the minke whale. But one question remains. Why are these sounds only heard in specific regions and times?